Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the spark plugs on this 03 Honda Odyssey. Pretty much the same as any 99 to 04 Odyssey. And usual recommended changing for plugs is 50,000 miles or 100,000 miles if you have platinum tip plugs. The tools you'll need are a 10mm socket with a ratchet and extension, a flat blade screwdriver, a T40 Torx driver, a 5/8 spark plug socket and extension, and then a spark plug gap tool.
Okay, 10mm socket, and I have an extension, because one of these anyways, it kind of goes down in there. But there are 4 bolts that hold the engine cover on here. Now you need a flat blade screwdriver, and there are basically 2 little clips. Turn them quarter of a turn counterclockwise. Now just make sure that they come out, and there's another plug on the end here that you have to pull up just firmly and pull that out. Now I'm looking at it from the passenger side, and you can see the coils right down here. 1, 2, 3. And then the rears, there's no cover, and you can see the tops of the coil. There's one here, 2, and 3. Plenty of room to reach back in there and take them out. Okay, first thing, each one has a harness, and there's just a little tab that you press in and disconnect the harness. I'm just going to do one to show you. And I'm using a T40 Torx bit and a socket. Okay, plenty of room right in here. Just loosen this bolt up. Okay, remove it. And then grab your coil, shake up and down a little bit, and pull it right out. Okay, to remove a spark plug, you're going to want a 5/8 spark plug socket and an extension. Put the socket and extension down in. Carefully pull out the socket. And if your spark plug socket's working well, it brings the spark plug right with it. Okay, plugs, looks like they were replaced relatively recently, so I'm not going to put a new one in. I'm just going to kind of show you. Usually these plugs come gapped, but you want to check. This is a spark plug gap tool. According to the manual, the plugs in this should be at 040. So you take your tool at 040 and run it through the gap, and you should be able to go in and out with just a little bit of resistance. Okay, so that's correctly gapped. You want to be careful when you're gapping them. You can damage the tips, but once you've gapped, just reverse the procedure. Carefully put the plug down in. Okay. You want to make sure you're holding the extension nice and centered in the hole, so you start the plug in well and you don't cross thread it. And then you tighten these to about between 10 and 15 foot-pounds, so I take a small wrench, probably tighten them until you can give them about 1/8 of a turn of tightness. You don't want to over tightening them, you can damage your cylinder head, so you don't want to do that. And under tightening them can cause your engine to lose power. So, okay, new coil from 1A Auto. It's an exact replacement. Put it in, right down on. You'll feel some resistance. Just push it down on firmly. And put your screw in. Start it with your fingers. And your T40 bit back in. And tighten on there. Firm, not too tight though. Okay, reconnect and repeat for the other cylinders. Okay, now you bring this down. You kind of put your thumb on here. You can see that go right in. See these plugs go right in. Push it down on. Push that in place. Okay. And turn these quarter return clockwise. Put the engine cover back in place.
And I'll spare you some of this, just tightening up those bolts. I basically just kind of put them in by hand first, make sure they're going in correctly, and then just tighten them up firm. You don't have to have them really that tight at all, and you should be all set. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.